Today, I will open the curtain on what just happened between Ottawa and Washington. The illusion of North American partnership just went up the chimney. Prime Minister Carney and his team just walked away from the negotiation table. And let me tell you, the fallout is massive. We are witnessing a fundamental shift in North American relations. And it's forcing Canada to flex muscles many of us didn't even know we have. I break the story down for you into 4 parts. First, the betrayal. How the US broke the peace and tried to push Canada around. Second, the leverage. The secret weapon Canada has and Washington thinks they can ignore. For now. Third, the backfire. Why this move is an economic disaster, much more for Americans than for us. Fourth, the united front. How we are standing together and looking to the future. So let's dive in, because this story is a game changer for North America. We built supply chains together. We trusted each other. But that piece is broken. The US administration isn't engaging in normal negotiations anymore. They are using a shakedown of economic coercion. They tried to force Canada to surrender our industries and our sovereignty, basically treating us like a colony instead of an ally. Prime Minister Carney said it best when he noticed that nowadays the American signature seems to be written in pencil. They just erase it when it suits them. Trump's team of economic assassins offered Canada a take-it-or-leave-it deal that would have crippled our auto sector, restricted our ability to trade with other nations, and undermined our culture. But Carney and his team did exactly what they should have done. They looked at the mob guys on the other side of the table and said, "No way." Sometimes you have to walk away from the table to show you won't be pushed around. And that is exactly what they did. Now, this is the part that gets me fired up, because it shows just how much power we actually have. However, it is power that must be used very strategically and cautiously. The arsonists in Washington seem to think they hold all the cards, but they forgot one crucial detail. They need us. They need us badly. We hold the key to their pantries. Let's start with oil. US refineries run on roughly 70% Canadian crude oil. We supply them with over 4 million barrels a day. If we stop, their gas prices will explode. And there's potash. 80% of potash used in the US comes from Canada. American farms will disappear without it. Without our grain, there is not enough to feed Americans. And without our lumber, tents will be the new American housing style. If Ottawa ever decides to play the nuclear option and restrict those exports, we could end this trade war in a week. Saskatchewan alone holds the key to American agriculture. This is where it gets sad for Americans. This trade war isn't hurting us as much as it hurts them. The White House is essentially playing a game of economic lottery with last week's tickets. The US is already in rough shape. They are carrying a staggering $40 trillion in federal debt, paying over $3 billion a day just in interest. Their 10-year Treasury yield is flirting with the danger zone of 4.5%, and they just lost 75,000 factory jobs because of the orange idiots' chaotic tariff policies. Car prices are already up 10%, and now they want to slap another 50% taxes on our goods. That's not negotiation, that's toddler economics. It's going to be the American consumers, farmers, workers, who pay the price for the 50% tax nonsense. Perhaps more than we do. And it's not just us pushing back. consumers in Europe, Asia, and around the world are boycotting US products and canceling their travel plans. As I said many times before, Trump's America is imploding in self-isolation. So, what's our move? We are united from coast to coast to coast in a completely unprecedented way. Our Prime Minister Carney and our premiers standing shoulder to shoulder. The never 51st attitude is alive and well. We are not anti-American, but we are fiercely pro-Canada. We are not going to surrender our healthcare, our food standards, or our social safety net and moral values to become a downgraded version of our neighbor. And let's be clear, this is a turning point, my friends. For decades, we were too comfortable sending 70% of our exports south. Not anymore. Because of the Orange Disaster Administration, we are building new pipelines to the world. We are heavily pivoting our trade towards Europe and Asia. We are diversifying our economy, and that's a long-term win for us. Canada holds the line, and Washington is realizing that its leverage was imaginary. We are not just a quiet resource powerhouse. We are a sovereign nation with the resources and the resolve to stand our ground. So, there you have it, folks. The era of easygoing free trades with the US is over. But Canada isn't just surviving this. We are thriving. When this whole thing is over, we will realize that this crisis has made us a stronger, more independent country. A country that answers to no one but ourselves. It's going to cost us in the short term, sure. But sovereignty has never been on sale. So here's my question for you. What do you think? How long it will take till the orange economic assassin will ask Canada to get back to the negotiation table? Or do you think we should just apply the Iran stand? No more negotiations with the US till 2029. Let me know what you think, and please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you won't miss our updates on this trade war. Because the story is far from over. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Wilfried Lempula with Europe Curious, where we don't just repeat the daily headlines, but open the curtain so you can see for yourself what's really behind it. See you in the next one.